Hello, Ramen Nation, Chris Cobain here, bringing you my first ever VGC video. I've never actually done VGC before, and thanks to my opponent in this battle, I'm actually starting to get into the VGC format. In case you're not aware, I'm assuming most of you are, but in case you aren't aware, VGC is basically double battle 2v2 with 4 Pokemon on each side. It's a really large change of pace from the typical singles battle. It requires, to me, better team building and probably a little more strategy than just straight out, wipe out your opponent with, a Haxorus or a Yanmega, or, your team just outclasses theirs or whatever. So a few things I want to go ahead and get into before we get into this battle. One, you will note my team real quick of me and Shell, Suicune, Metagross, Mega Metagross actually, and Heatran. And immediately, some of you guys, some of my more loyal people will be like, well, Chris, you're running 2 OU. You're running Heatran and Mega Metagross. You're running 2 Legends, Suicune and Heatran. You don't do this. You don't run these Pokemon. I've never seen you run a Legend. True, in singles battles, I wouldn't run these. But in VGC and double format, it's a lot different. The ball game's completely changed. And I'm not gonna play by the same rules in VGC as I do. I will absolutely use Legends in VGC. I don't care about tiers because there are none in VGC outside of ones that are banned, and that includes like box art Legends and crap of that nature. I still won't go too far in VGC. You won't be seeing me run Smogon Bird, Mega Kang, Mega Mawile, stuff of that nature. But outside of that, really almost anything is something I'd use, because I feel like a lot of Pokemon will be kind of necessary to run if I'm going to be a little bit successful in VGC. Note 2, I said that this team is a product of my opponent. You guys know Ramos, mod in my chat, very popular YouTuber as well. He actually built this team for me by himself. It's 6 Pokemon. You don't see Amoonguss or Gastrodon as my other 2 Pokemon. He built the full 6 for me as a quote-unquote beginner's team for getting into VGC. The team is not too complicated to run. There's no ridiculous strategies, really. Your main point, honestly, is Tailwind Suicune becomes big, and you want to go ham with Metagross. Yeah, you got counters to more or less the most typical Pokemon you see in VGC on this team somewhere, whether it's Heatran for Sylveon and or Metagross for that matter, for Sylveon and excuse me, I can't think right. Mega Gardevoir, or Heatran for Talonflame, etc., etc., etc. You got your Fake Outer with Inner Focus, so it can't be Fake Outed back. It also kills Mega Kang, so it's that kind of stuff. But, note 3, just so you guys are aware, that Ramos' team, Ramos is a very experienced VGC battler as far as being in the top 10 at one point, or maybe even in the top 5 at one point, and the European, battle spot for VGC. So, he's very good at what he does. His team, he's never run it before, he never ran it before, and he's not really going all out on me. This was my first ever VGC battle, so he was kind of taking a little slow on me, letting me do a little bit here and there so that I didn't get, just so he didn't straight out destroy me like he could have. I wouldn't learn anything, so that's the point. But this is my first ever VGC battle, and I actually liked it, so I figured I'd show you guys, and hopefully I can get a little more into this, maybe get into my own team building at some point. And, maybe we can see a different kind of series on my YouTube channel, which will obviously be VGC battles. Okay, sorry about all the talking, but let's go ahead and we'll actually get into the battle here. So the leads on my side are going to be me and Shao and Suicune, as the leads on his side are going to be Bisharp and Volcarona, actually. So, I thought I had a pretty decent strategy coming into this. Now, Bisharp is a problem, obviously, but I can high jump kick it. But what I'm going to decide to do turn 1, since I'm not very scared of him for these 2 Pokemon, is I'm going to fake him out. And off of that, I'm going to go ahead and Scald the Volcarona. I actually didn't know Volcarona can learn Tailwind. One of the things I'm going to learn. But Scald, I figure, would do a really massive chunk, but he's actually really bulky, and he takes it very well, and has a Citrus Berry. that activates, but I'll still take that for turn 1. So my plan here was the high jump kick Bisharp, obviously scald again onto the Volcarona, but he uses Rage Power. Again, I wasn't completely positive he can learn that. So again, I'm learning stuff. I'll learn this for later, so don't make fun of me or anything, because I'm still new. So thanks to his Tailwind, he's going to outspeed, knock off my Suicune. You see how well Suicune takes it. He's very good. And instead of high jump kicking the Bisharp, I have to high jump kick the Volcarona, and it activates Flame Body. I do get Tailwind up myself actually there. I figured that was the better choice because again, I wasn't very scared of the Volcarona hurting me because I actually am Focus Sash on me and Xiao. So I wanted to get my speed boost, and here is where I screw up big time, and I high jump kick the Bisharp, and it reveals Protect, which kind of blows. So that's alright, I guess. And he's going to go in Bug Buzz. Suicune eats it up like a champion, even though it lowers his special defense, and I'm going to be able to go ahead and Scald and actually kill that Volcarona. So the first Pokemon goes down. You'll notice no blackouts. It's a lot easier to follow 4-on-4 than 6v6, so I decided to go against the blackouts in this battle since it's not really that necessary. Anyway, he goes into Amoonguss here. Now, I'm completely aware right off the bat, as soon as I saw him, that Amoonguss is going to be Rage Powder. I'm aware of that. But I kind of want to save Suicune for later, so I'm going to switch out into my Halogen or my Heatran. And he does go for Rage Powder again, which I predicted him to do, and I go for Knock Off. Now, that's not going to do anything because he's physically invested, but it knocks off his Rocky Helmet, and that'll be a big deal here in a minute, as you guys will see. He actually goes for knockoff, I believe, yeah, that was actually a knockoff onto the itemless Suicune. So he actually, I don't know if that was a prediction or he was just going for the kill and got the good play there. Either way, it works out very nicely for him. And Mienshao dies to burn. So his Tailwind goes away. It doesn't really matter. My Tailwind's up. So what it really means is my team kind of easily outspeeds him here. So, you'll see this. This is bad. He actually kills my Heatran with Sucker Punch. Now, my Heatran runs both Protect and Substitute, but he knows I run Substitute because he built the team. I thought he'd predict that, go for Knockoff, so I went straight off for Heat Wave. Unfortunately, he made a good prediction there, and he gets the kill, and all I get to do that turn is Ice Beam. But it does freeze the Amoonguss, which is obviously a big deal for me as my Tailwind peters out, so that's okay. So my final Pokemon here is going to be my Mega Metagross. That is a problem and a half because of Bisharp sitting on the field. He's been a complete problem to me from the time he went out. And Bisharp is always, VGC or not, he is a very powerful Pokemon. So he went for Rage Powder, that's why he outsped. But this time I actually get a decent prediction. I actually went, I believe I went for Tailwind again. Yes, as he went for the Sucker Punch. I figured he might try to get rid of the Suicune there because he would have be predicting Protect on the Metagross. So, I get a good chunk of damage on him. This time, I don't get it. I was really debating Protect there, but thankfully Metagross tanks it out, lives with 4 HP, and I'm going to get to Iron Head him off the field, and finally this humongous threat is down, and I know it's down to a 2v2 format here. That was a horrible misplay, by the way. I forgot that part. I scalded because I thought he'd kill me with Sucker. I doubled up on it just in case I died, and I ended up unthawing the Mushroom. So he goes for Rage Powder again. I actually predicted it this time, and I didn't care because Zen Headbutt's gonna one-hit him. And this is where the big deal comes in play. He actually forgot. He actually was like, wait, where's my Rocky Helmet? I removed it. So Metagross is actually able to survive. So I get a free Scald onto the Heatran. He's forced to sub there. My team is still alive. It's still a 2-on-2 here, but I know at this point that I basically got this game wrapped up. There's not a whole lot he can do to me. I'm going to go and use that Tough Claw Zen Headbutt, that even resistance and as bulky as Heatran is, that does enough to break the sub pretty easily, and I'm able to fire off the final Scald here and take out his Heatran and give me a very close win in my first ever VGC battle. So, as you can see, VGC a little more fast-paced since it's only 4-on-4 and there's 2 at a time. You kill a lot faster. It's not as long and drawn out as singles are. But it's a lot more organized. Like in 6v6, if I didn't do the blackout thing, sometimes you forget who's gone, who's not. But here, since it's so fast-paced and like that, it's not really hard to figure out who's on the field, who's still left, who's not alive anymore, and all that kind of stuff. But Anyway, it was a really good battle. I was happy with the way it went. I actually thought I was going to lose. Again, cut me a little slack. I know I didn't play my best here. That was even Ramos going fairly easy on me. And I still, you know, had to pull out something out in the end there to give me the win. So don't attack me. Don't like make fun of me or anything. It was my first VGC battle, so no, I didn't know Volcarona could Tailwind. No, I didn't know Volcarona could Rage Powder. I wasn't predicting Protects. I was crap on the Sucker Punch prediction game, all that other stuff. So there's definitely a lot of room for improvement, but I think overall I did okay. I put myself in position to win, and that's all I'm looking for. So hopefully on my stream I'll actually be doing either or for a little bit. You can either pick singles or VGC. In the future there might be just a VGC day or something like that. And hopefully I get better at this. Hopefully I can learn to make my own teams with a little more complication in them than just what this one is, which isn't really that complicated. And you know, be more successful. So hopefully you guys stick around for that, and I hope to get a lot more VGC content onto the YouTube channel, if at all possible, if we keep having good matches. I'm gonna have to figure out what is a good match on VGC, because I don't want to upload just everything. So I guess, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to watch the video. Really do appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button at the bottom of the screen. You guys can go ahead and leave a comment if you'd like to as well about about VGC in general, about the team, about what you like, you know, maybe tips or something about team building or whatever it takes. You know, if you're good at VGC, you want to help me out a little bit, you can leave a comment. I'll definitely read them. I'll definitely check them out, respond, and you guys can help me better myself at something I'm not good at yet. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys for taking the time to watch the video. I think I already said that, but whatever. That's about it. Okay? Alright, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace, guys.